Hi Aries, this is Just with your June 1st to the 15th council. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Aries, there's a couple of things that I want to say that is definitely not going to apply to you all or even most of you. So just bear with me for those of you that this does not apply to. First and foremost, I do see that some of you could be dealing with someone or have someone in your life that is locked up, incarcerated. I know, right? It's like, what? This is how you're starting to read it? Yeah, it's how I'm starting it. There's this wait and see. It's like someone has to like get up money, possibly to bail them out. There may not be enough money to bail the person out. Some of you may be feeling like the attorney that is either appointed or the judge is not doing their job properly. So there's some conflict and challenge in that realm, in that respect. And so now if there's a female attorney, you may be feeling like this person is doing the best that they can. You may be feeling like the person is sweet and caring and that sort of thing. But in your heart, you may want to seek out somebody that is a little bit more aggressive. There could be like another like a male attorney, someone that's a little bit more sharp, more cunning, more strategic, that could get the job done. He may require a little bit more money for some of you, and so there's that finagling of like, I want to, this person is nice, but I need a go-getter. I need someone that's going to be able to get the job done, and trying to find that right person is going to cost you, and some of you may be having that type of problem there. So I also see, but I do, for those of you that have that situation, it looks like, it appears for some of you that the person will be coming out. But again, for some of you, it's the reverse. So somebody is trying to put your family member into prison. It can even be some of you. But I do see like somebody's like prosecution is what I would say is going on here. For some of you, it doesn't necessarily have to do with like prison, but it could be some sort of could be finances being audited, something where it's like some type of investigation that's being done to some of you, and there's a bit of prosecution. You may be dealing with one person that seems to be very nice but just not a part of the game, and then another person who is very shrewd and is out to get you. So just be very careful. And some of you could be playing this role in affecting other people's lives as well, and I know that's out of nowhere, but that's what I see. Secondary, it looks to be like someone's mother, aunt, family member isn't doing so well. Some of you may be under the weather. It could be a loved one, a child that's not going through a bad stage. It's like almost like a reoccurring situation came back. Something, they were sick before and then it came back and now they're sick again. You may not have enough money for them to get a surgery or for them to get what they need. It's almost like they've dropped the ball. So they didn't take care of themselves. They didn't do whatever it is that they were supposed to do for this not to happen again. So it came back. And some of you may be, again, going back to the doctor or whomever that, cleared them before, because I do see confrontation where something from the past coming back and then it not working out even though it was supposed to, and then there being conflict with that, and even may result in, well, it's all present right now, the conflict, and it has something to do with not having enough money, so not being able to rectify the situation in this moment because there's not enough money, that sort of situation. Okay, and so, yeah, someone might have to do, like another round, another treatment, and I don't get into health at all, but, it looks like whatever was done, it looks like it's coming back and you're going to have to deal with it again. Okay. So you might get some type of, recourse later on in the second week of June. It looks like it's going to be some type of recourse, like if you've been having any type of issues or conflict or challenge with a particular person because of some past situation that didn't go well, that looked like it was the fault of that person. It looks like they're going to try to make amends, but you're not going to be able to trust it at first. And then you may feel like, okay, it's in your best interest to move on it. And then you're going to start to take more of a mature approach about the situation, because I do see when you get upset about whatever the situation is, it looks like you're going to say reckless things and may do some things that's reckless. You may have composed yourself. For some of you, it's an issue from your past. You may have been trying to compose yourself, not say anything for a very, very long time. Okay. Some of you Aries ladies, you could have been very much nurturing and loving, just waiting, buying your time, being patient, just seeing what's going on, because you really didn't want to say the wrong thing, or you really didn't know what to say. But then once everything started to kind of come out and unfold, it's like you can no longer hold everything in. You can no longer contain yourself, and you're going to perhaps say something or do something that's very reckless. And this could be happening to you as well. So you guys could be on the receiving end. If somebody is going to turn around and act reckless, do something crazy, which it seems to be more in alignment with this happening to you guys, know that they're going to go toward the second week. They're going to apologize. So I do see someone trying to make up with you, someone trying to make amends, someone trying to apologize for some recklessness on their part. And you're not, again, there's going to be this defensiveness, and then you may become a little petty. You know how you guys can get. Then I do see a little bit of pettiness, disingenuousness between you and that person. Okay. Because now you may feel like, okay, I got you where I want you. Now you're going to pay for what you said, what you did, or whatever. But then it seems like you may be petty for a little bit, but then you're going to quickly, and all of this stuff is going to happen very quickly. So it could be all in one day, all in a day or two. But it's going to be happening very, very quickly. Like maybe 9 hours, you're feeling very defensive. Maybe for the first 9 days of the second week, you're just like, no, I don't care how much they say sorry or whatever. I'm not going to, no. And then you say, well, wait a minute. This benefits me. Let me take what I can get from it. And then you'll see it as, okay, I'm not going to be childish, because remember, you guys are growing. You guys are evolving from that petty, immature way about you and trying to really come into your more mature side. So I do feel like by the end of the second week, by the 15th, you'll see things in a more mature way, and you'll let the pettiness go and the childishness. Some of you are going to decide to like wash your hands of that circumstance, situation, or that person. Others of you are going to successfully turn the situation around. Okay. Now, as it relates to monies for the first 2 weeks, rather, I do see that there's some of you are waiting for some money. You're waiting to perhaps for your business to pick up. You're waiting for to see how something is going to evolve, something new that you've started, seeing how that's going to prosper for you. Perhaps some of you have been giving a lot of attention to something new, and therefore you've neglected something old, like an old business or existing business, I'll say. Even at the workplace, you may be focusing on something else, and then you're not necessarily focusing on your own business or your business at work. And it's going to be a little bit of a wait before you can actually see things coming into you. It may be another 3 weeks. It may not be until like the end of this month, or maybe, this time July, before things will start to pick up, or sales will start to pick up, your business will start to pick up, or that new thing that you've started, you can, if you're shifting your focus to what you already had going on, it may take, 3 to 4 weeks before you get to a point where it's like, okay, now I'm starting to see things pick back up. So just be patient. I feel that's all you need to be, is just a little bit patient. Don't get down in the dumps, because it looks like some of you may have, you may feel like you've missed an opportunity, and because of that missing of an opportunity, you may feel like, money now has plummeted. Some of you may have recently lost a job or left a job for an opportunity that did not go anywhere. It was promising, but it actually went nowhere. And now you feel stuck and trapped, because now you're out of a guaranteed income, and you probably now are kind of like having money come in, but it's a very small amount compared to what you had. And you may be not really sharing this information with people. You may be very much stonewalling. I'm gonna say stonewalling, but you know how it is. You guys will what do you call it? Soldier up. It's like you're very much soldiering up. So you're taking your nicks and your blows and your hits, but you're not really like crying over it. But you are feeling a bit stuck. So just be careful, because you don't want that energy, because you guys are not expressing it in some kind of way, it can turn into being a bit counterproductive for you. So be careful. But I do feel like things are going to start picking up, possibly for some of you by end of the month, probably by like the third, I want to say the end of the month. So for some of you, it'll be a month from now. Some of you will be 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or 6 weeks. Okay. But you will turn around. Your Aries, you guys are always turning around from a situation. So I feel like you'll be fine. Possibly by the end of this month, for a lot of you, you'll be okay. You'll be back in business or back in a situation. So don't overstress yourself, because I do see this like crying over spilled milk for no reason. It'll all work out. Now, and that relates to working a job, running your own business, however you are have a means of income coming in for you. As it relates to communication with others, communication looks like it's just going to be like you guys aren't necessarily being the most social the first couple of weeks of this month, because again, you're putting out fires and you're dealing with past situations that you dropped the ball. And so it's a bit of a crisis, 2 weeks, but it's nothing that you guys can't handle. It's just, to me, it just looks like day-to-day issues. Yes, you may say, well, just losing your job is a big deal. Yes, some of you have bigger issues than others, but it's not anything that, again, doesn't seem that is going to not rectify. Of course, this is a general reading, so it's all subject to change. You have to take that with a grain of salt. As it relates to love, clearly it looks like there's somebody from your past that perhaps some of you have rekindled a situation with. And I feel like some of you were taking somebody for granted, or some of you have been taken for granted. Now, I feel with you guys being taken for granted, it looks like no more. Even though I do see very clearly that some of you are not necessarily right at this moment, and some of you already have, but some of you either have or will be communicating that in a very erratic sort of way, because again, all of this buildup. So you've just been buying your time, waiting around, or that person have been buying their time, waiting around, saying, okay, they already done made up their mind that they're probably going to let you go, or you've already made up your mind that you're probably going to let them go, but because it's just not working. It's just not working. You tried it, and you tried to get back together with this person. It's not working. You're going to let them go. It's just a matter of time before you tell them. You may be waiting for them to do one more thing. Okay. Before it's like official, I'm going to let you go. You may be feeling like you like the fact that this person begs for your forgiveness or asks for you to come back, and you like the gifts, or you like to be able to, it's like once you feel like, okay, that person have done you wrong, well, then you have carte blanche to, even the playing field, even the score, level out, if you will. And therefore you may be feeling that way. So, because I do see, you guys are being very emotionally cold, to someone that's done you wrong, or them you. And there's a lot of stalemating. I see like people not talking, or someone not talking to you, vice versa. But again, by the second week, there will be apologies and please and I love yous and that sort of thing. And there will be defensiveness definitely coming from Aries, or it could be another fire sign. So Sagittarius or Leo, Aries like yourself. And I do see like, again, this metamorphosis of like, you don't believe them, you're not really trusting them to, hey, now I'm going to get out here and either whore, or I'm going to get out here and kind of just be petty, like I said, do whatever I want to do, or I will take you back for this moment, even though I'm going to still let you go. Even though I'm still going to let you go, but I'm going to enjoy the intimate moments, or whatever it is. I'm going to enjoy this bit of love coming from you, and then I'll, let you go. And for some of you, if you have that mindset, you will quickly realize that that's not right. And, you know, I am trying to get away from the, you know, the childishness, the pettiness. So I feel like you're just going to amicably say that, hey, I'm going to leave. This is not for me. I don't want to do this anymore. You know, it will be a heavy heart. That person will be definitely devastated. For some of you that you're the one ending the relationship. The person looks like they're going to be very much devastated, but there's some secrets, some things that they're hiding, some things that they've not been telling you. Yeah, somebody is holding on to something. Now with that, it looks like some of you, others of you, not the same group of people, others of you, you rekindle something with someone from your past, okay? You're saying, okay, this person's giving me a chance. I will not miss this opportunity this time around. Now, there was two people that was being juggled. You juggling two, or somebody was juggling you and another person. But you decided that, hey, I'm going to let this situation go. Okay. That other person could have a child. Okay. So you're going to let that situation go. Some of you may not know how to, or you haven't been able to communicate to that person that you wanted to get back. But there's been like trying to either, if it's not, you haven't been able to communicate and you guys are communicating. No, some of you aren't able to communicate with the person. You have been waiting for that person. You've been trying to contain yourself as much as possible. It looks like some of you are going to do some erratic things to try to contact this person that you've lost. You've done something not smart for some of you, and you lost the person, or someone lost you. And by month end, I do see for some of you that has reconciled and rekindled a relationship, there's going to be like the other person that you're going to leave alone. You're going to be focusing on that person that you got back together with, and that other person is going to be feeling all kind of feelings like, you know, why haven't I heard from this person? How did you just up and disappear? You know, it's been, you know, for some of you, it could have been a month now, 3 weeks. It could have been even 8 weeks, two months since I heard from you. I haven't been hearing from you. This person just up and disappeared. What's going on? And then they're going to try to contact you, but you're really going to be like, treating them like they have the plague. And some of you even may try to scurry back to that second person, even though you know, like, hey, you know, I've made my decision. I want this person. Some of you may try to, you know, go back in that direction of that second person and go back to those old ways. But I feel like as quickly as you do it is as quickly as you're going to say, no, I'm not, because I'm not even about to jeopardize what I have. You know, it's like you're going to wake up and realize really quickly. I feel like before you even do anything, it's like, you know, I'm not going to risk losing her again, or this person won't risk losing you again. That's that sort of thing, or him, vice versa. And I feel like a lot of you are you're making, some of you that this applies to, obviously, you're making a decision to say, I'm done. I'm done with her. I'm done with her. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. You know, I'm not out here just looking. Some of you are just going to be focusing on getting your life together, and you're not really going to open yourself up to dating. Others of you, you've minimized it down to one person, just that person. And your love life is you and that person, and work or career or whatever else that you do that's your focus. But you just have very specific focuses. I don't see you guys playing anymore. The playing and the playing around, or the tolerating being played on, is kind of like old to you guys. And some of you that can relate to this, and you're kind of old over it, is what I see. You want something that's solid, that's long lasting, that's gonna have some roots and that you can build with. You want that person. So it's like a test, and it looks like a lot of you are gonna pass that test. That person that you may find now, for some of you that's rekindling this relationship from that person that you have, that you really love, they may be again still trying to get over whatever you did to them from the past, especially if it has something to do with, you know, cheating, or some of you could be going through that. That second person, if you really let them know, listen, I don't want to, you know, I'm with somebody, they're going to feel hurt. Okay. But ultimately speaking, I would just say be very, keep on with your maturity, you know, in that mature fashion. And so that's it. I'm going on 20 minutes with this. That's it for you guys for the 2 weeks for June 1st to the 15th. I hope that this has been helpful for those of you that can relate and would like to share your thoughts. Please do so in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back hopefully with a whole lot shorter video very soon with another one. Take care, Aries.